Look, I don't know if Mortal Kombat 1, I don't know what they're doing right now. We're kind of in like a lull right now where we don't have a whole bunch of, like, we have content, right? They dropped new Cybot, Cyrax, and Sector, and they dropped them all. It's been a month or just about a month. Some people are saying like, you know, we don't know what the future of Mortal Kombat 1 is and stuff like that. And the next thing up, of course, is the guest characters, but like it's October 23rd right now. And I'm curious, and I'm sure other guys, you guys are curious. We're getting pretty close to Halloween, right? We got one character that would definitely fit the theme of Halloween, and that's Ghostface. So my question is, where the fuck is Ghostface? Like, where is he? Is he gonna be dropping anytime soon? I know it's, listen, if we're just looking just based off of the timing, the release, like the releases, most characters in Mortal Kombat 1 with the combat packs are at least about 2 months apart, because they'll have a character cameo, so they're about 2 months off. So realistically, for us to expect Ghostface, we're probably looking at sometime in November. I'm very excited to play with him, but it's like, where the, like, we're not, like, can we at least get a trailer or something? But they usually release trailers like pretty close to release, like maybe 2 or 3 weeks out. So my thing is, they have to do something for Halloween. If it's no more than just like a teaser. And then after that, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be dropping T-1000, Conan, and stuff like that. But I think the main one everybody's looking for is Ghostface. Maybe I'm being impatient, I don't know. I think right now, Mortal Kombat 1, the amount of content that's been coming in and out, I think sometimes people are getting a little bit impatient. I could be a little impatient wanting Ghost Feces. That's who we're waiting on. I could be jumping the gun a little bit, but it's like, man, I'm ready to get something going. I'm not really caring about the other two, but the thing is, at some point, we've got to get new cameos in the game too, because listen, I think the cameos are even more of an important addition to the game than the DLC characters, because the cameos just overall change the game because they affect every single character or multiple characters at once. Just like how Farah affected so many characters and boosted them up to tier lists. Like at the time, it was Tanya, Katana was greatly benefited by Farah, Scorpion, like probably Scorpion, Natara, and Tanya were the main ones that got benefited from that. So it's like, I want to see another cameo that could possibly boost up someone like a Rain or someone like a Smoke, or another cameo for Reiko. They're really interested in buffing the cameos that they have, like Shujinko. They constantly are adding new things to Frost, Sonya. It's a lot that they're changing, but I think we just need new cameos, man. And that also brings up the point, like, I see people hopping back on MK11. It's like, bro, I want to ask y'all, do y'all actually like miss MK11 after playing Mortal Kombat 1? Because maybe it's just me, but Mortal Kombat 11 was, listen, I played Mortal Kombat 11 more than I played Mortal Kombat X, but I can objectively say that Mortal Kombat X is a much better game than MK11. MK11 was a good game. I don't think MKX 11 or 1, I don't think any of those are bad games. I just prefer MK1 over MK11 because it's a little bit more, I just like the gameplay a little bit more. I enjoyed the co-op missions on MK11. Yeah, I actually do remember those. Those were actually really good. So, but as far as a gameplay standpoint, they had the variations and stuff like that. But I really do like the idea of running cameos and stuff like that. The only thing I would criticize with the cameo is some characters are just limited to like playing one cameo. Like for instance, I think like Reiko, I mean, you could play other people, of course. You could try any fucking team, but some characters just don't like match with others. Like Reiko's, obviously his best team is Tremor, right? Like for me, I think objectively, Movado is definitely Havoc's best team. Like you could run other shit with Havoc, but it's like Havoc Movado is like almost always going to be objectively the way to go. So that's one thing I wish they could change, is making these cameos a little bit more universal. Yeah, that's a good point, Jorge. Maybe it's the characters aren't fleshed out enough. That's actually a really good point, because for me, my original main for Mortal Kombat 1 was going to be Kung Lao. I was bouncing between my 4 mains at the start were Li Mei, Kung Lao, Natara, and Havoc. So when we got to Kung Lao compared to MK11 is absolutely a shell of himself. Kung Lao is a fast-paced, frantic, flashy fighter. Very early on in Mortal Kombat, he was even looked at as more popular than Liu Kang. And you're talking like back when he was first introduced to the series, people were like, yo, this character is cool. He's got the teleport, he's got the dive kick, he's got the hat toss, he's got the hat tricks, he's got the rapid hands, while Liu Kang has the rapid feet. And if you keep looking, it's like, I know MK11 had variations so more characters could have special moves, but in this game, it's like some characters that, especially the characters that have cameos, characters like Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Kung Lao, they greatly suffer because they are forced to relinquish some of their moves so that they could be cameos in the game. If we don't have duplicate cameos in the game, I may miss some. We've got Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Kung Lao, Sector, and Cyrax. There might be another one. You could almost argue Shijinko and Shang Tsung are a duplicate. Just to, like, is there somebody else I'm missing? I could be. Those duplicate cameos greatly diminish all those characters' gameplay. And now I know Sector and Cyrax are DLC, so it doesn't hurt them too much because they obviously had other plans with them. But if you look at Sector, or if you look at Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and Kung Lao was probably the best of those for most of the game, mainly because he was great with Goro. But if you look at their base characters, they were terrible. Scorpion was good when Cyrax was first dropped, but it's like, and Sub-Zero, we all know about Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero's absolutely garbage. So it's like, you're harming these characters on the main roster, and you're also taking away from cameos because you got Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and Kung Lao taking up 2 spots. Now, I think the only one that's probably not too big of a issue with the duplicate is maybe Janet Cage. I mean, because she's basically female version Johnny, right? Because I think originally it was supposed to be Johnny Cage as a cameo, and then they were like, no, let's do Janet. As far as like the future of MK1, we need more utility out of cameos. Yes, exactly. That was exactly what I was getting to. We need to have more utility out of cameos and maybe even more cameos. I like that they're trying to add more cameo moves. I think what they need to do is some characters, I know like Geras has a whole bunch of special moves, Noob Saibot has a whole bunch of special moves. I just don't understand why some characters don't have those special moves. I don't see why it would be an issue for some characters to have duplicate moves. Like, I don't think it would be an issue if you have Kung Lao have like the whole thing with the orbiting hat. I think it would have been a much better decision to put that on Kung Lao himself. I think that would just be much better. But you could also have like some other shit on another character. Yo, what's up, Sensei? How you doing, bro? How's your day going, bro? Oh, and the same thing with the Sub-Zero, like the clone, where you could throw the clone. Sub-Zero needs that much more than the cameo does. There's other things you can do with Sub-Zero, like make a ground freeze or something like that. I already know he has a ground freeze, but maybe have his cameo ground freeze do something different. Or maybe if you can't throw the clone, maybe you just have the clone being able to be, like you can still do the parry and then it just freezes them and then you can go into a combo, but you don't have the ability to throw. While in the meantime, Sub-Zero, the main roster character, can do the ice clone and then approach it and throw it like he could in MKX. Like certain things I just don't understand, like their decisions with it. I want these characters to evolve because it's basically, do you think it's better to fix things that are broken and improve upon those things, or just drop new characters and just try and cover up the issues? Because at the end of the day, those characters, those cameos and stuff like that only are they're going to be cool for a while they're new, but then once that new factor like wears off and shit like that, guess what? We're right back left to the characters that we had before. So I think they really need to right now focus on improving those characters. They're doing it good. They're doing a good job. I'm hoping when this update comes out with GHOSTFACE eventually, which should be pretty soon, we should see some improvement. Sub-Zero clone charge should be an extra ice clone on the meter burn. If Cyrax can get 2 bombs, Sub should get 2 clones. I agree. And I also think it should be 2 freezes. So if he can get a freeze off the parry, he should be able to freeze again. Sub-Zero just needs a lot of work. And I hope they're just not saying, oh, well, we got Noob Saibot, so fuck it. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's pretty much how I feel about that. And I guess I'll make this a YouTube video too. So in the comments below, make sure you guys drop your opinions of what you guys think Mortal Kombat needs to do to once again better itself and get us through more lulls, because I don't know after Combat Pack 2 if there's going to be anything else. You know, we were left left with MK11 for a while. So I'm thinking we're gonna have something similar with MK1, and maybe they're gonna be pumping out content more and more like Ed Boon said. If not, we've got to improve with what we got. So leave a like on the video, drop a comment, let me know how you guys feel, and you guys have a good day.